Hey guys, real quick before we get into this video, I want to announce our milestone YouTube subscriber giveaway that we're doing. There's a link in the description with all the details. If you check that out, you basically go to that website, sign up with your name and email, and then subscribe to the YouTube channel. And then we're gonna, once we reach a certain number of subscribers, we're gonna do a drawing, and somebody's gonna win. The next prize is gonna be this Tactacam 5.0 camera, and then we'll do more prizes later at different milestones throughout our YouTube channel. But again, links in the description with all the details. And then if you stay until the end of this video, I'll do a short clip on how we use this camera and why we really like this camera. Now let's get on to the video. This was opening day of West Virginia firearms season, and this is the second video of that day. The first video was of me shooting my buck early in the morning. It's just after daylight, and here's a short version of that. But then the majority of this video is the rest of the day and all the success we had throughout the rest of the day. Thanks for watching Unlimited Whitetail Hunting. Oh, there's a deer. There's a buck. Oh, I see him. He's lying right there. Well, here he is. I got him all cleaned up, got him gutted out. As you guys could see, that was quick. I was still doing the interview, and I looked down the hill. It was, just good daylight. I mean, it was legal by about 15 minutes or so. Well, I think I'm gonna head down, take my buck out. I got the four-wheeler down by the road, so it's all downhill. Drag the buck down to the four-wheeler, and then take him out to the vehicle. I'll pack my stuff up, and then I'm probably gonna spend the rest of the afternoon over by Jonai, over on the 40 acres where there's a lot more brush. And we had pictures of does, 6 does at once in the food plot this morning, and 2 decent 8-pointers as well. Just like 10 after 6, like just as Jonai was heading in, there was 2 decent 8-pointers we had pictures of. So I'm pretty sure there's some does and some 8-pointers, 2 different 8-pointers in the thicket where Jonai is hunting. It might just be a matter of getting them to move or waiting till they move tonight. We'll see. But should be able to get a doe over there. That way I can spend some time with Jonai. Well, it's about 11 o'clock. Got my buck down to the vehicle, and down by the hay bales where we parked, and came over here to help Jonai. I say help. He doesn't need help. He didn't shoot anything yet. He saw 2 deer this morning, a fawn and a doe, but he didn't get a shot at the doe. Almost got a shot, but not quite. Well, I got some news. I just got a call from Norman over on the 240, and Rachel shot a big buck, a really nice buck for West Virginia anyway. So, Rachel is Norman's girlfriend, and they were together this morning. Norman shot a little doe, and then I'm not sure did they separate or what, but Rachel had a doe come in, and she shot the doe, and then the doe ran off, and here comes the buck, and she just had a small opening and shot it. Heard it crash, or she thought she heard it crash, and they found it. It's a big one. Obviously there was no video of the shot or anything, but they said I can take my camera along and go get a little bit of video as long as Rachel doesn't have to talk. So I'm gonna take my GoPro along, take my gun along, just in case I see a doe on the way, and I'm gonna get on the four-wheeler and go out and get them, help them get those deer out. And then I'll be back over here again, hopefully by 3 o'clock or before, when the deer are most likely to start moving. So that's the plan. That's some awesome news. I think it's the big buck we had pictures of earlier over on the 30 acres. Norman sent me a picture and it looks like that one, but it's probably about a 150 class buck. That's good for West Virginia. Hey guys, I thought I'd give you a little bit of a context for this next part of the video. So, I live in an area in Ohio where there's a lot of Amish people, and I have a lot of Amish friends. And when we found this lease down here in West Virginia, originally we found the 70 acres, which we are leasing. But there's another 240 acres across the road that was for lease as well by the same landowner. And it was just too much money for myself. So I contacted a couple of my friends, Amish friends, that are serious about hunting. They take hunting fairly seriously. They set themselves pretty high standards. And I asked them if they want to join us down here at the 240. They did. And those are the guys that are now coming down from Ohio with us. We travel together. I'm their ride. They are Amish, but they are not all members of the Amish church yet. They're young folks. So they're not opposed to taking pictures or being on video for the most part. But as they won't get in trouble with the church because they're not members of the church, the Amish church yet. That might change, but just so you guys know, that's the situation down here. They're not used to being on video, though, so that means I gotta do what I gotta do to get a little bit of video. But anyway, Rachel shot this giant buck, and I'll share with you the footage I got. Obviously, I don't have the shot, but I do have some of the recovery, and I do share with you guys some of the story of how she got him. So, hope you guys enjoy. Please understand that the Amish are people, are humans just like the rest of us. These guys have been very impressed with how they've hunted down here. Shot only nice bucks, no small brownish down stuff. So I really appreciate that about them. So, well, I think I'm almost there where they have the buck. They don't have him down to the hayfield yet. It's just a little ways up here. Over here. Goodness. Rachel, what did you do? Way down there. Okay. Can you get there from here? That is a brute. Wow. Who's calling? Get down here to help if I can. What a body. Anorak. Wow. West Virginia for you. Not normal West Virginia for sure. He's not real white, but he's tall and heavy. Got a hole in there. Good deal.
So since Rachel doesn't want to talk and tell us the story, I'm gonna try my best to do it. So she was up there in the woods at this doe come. And how close was the doe? 20 yards?
I don't know.
30 yards. 30 yards? And she shot the doe, and then you saw the buck, right?
Yeah.
And then, how close was he when you shot?
40.
40 yards. And they went 2 different ways?
Yeah.
Wow. And when she told Norman to come, but you wouldn't tell him what she shot. And so he could hardly believe it when he walked up to the buck. That is a crazy big buck for West Virginia. So congratulations. Glad you got it. And not Norman. Well, this is the first half of the day down here in West Virginia. We got 3 bucks and 4 does, right? Nobody shot a button buck? Good deal. So it's been a good half day, so let's see what the last half brings. Well, I'm back in my spot. It's probably about, let me see, 2:15. Got my phone on the battery pack, charging it up. So far we got 7 deer between the 8 hunters. The only people that have not shot a deer is Joe and I and my brother-in-law Joe. So hopefully they have a chance tonight. I think Joe and I should have a chance tonight for sure. And hopefully Joe does too. I'll be watching this gully again. See if I can get a doe tonight. It's getting down to the last couple minutes of camera light. Still got about 10 or 15 minutes of shooting light, but haven't seen another deer. And unless I see one in the next couple minutes, this will probably be the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. We had an absolute blast today, as you can tell. And we hope to be back later this week. Actually Friday. Black Friday, so we're not going shopping. We're coming here to this West Virginia lease again. So.
Go down. Shot.
Hey guys, I promised you I'd share a little bit why we like the Tactacam and how we use it. So, number one, it is very simple, easy to use. You can mount this camera on your gun or your bow, your crossbow, compound bow, whatever. And all you gotta do to start recording is press this front button. It turns on. As soon as that thing is blinking, it is recording. And you can have up to 5 of these 5.0 Tactacams, and you can also connect them to a remote, and you can press the remote button and it turns on all 5 cameras. They all start recording at once if you want to go that route. Or you can just press the button and that thing's recording right now. Here is the footage of how this Tactacam records. It's really clear. It records in 4K resolution, 30 frames per second. And then the 5.0 also has a zoom and a slow motion as well. So there's different modes. The cool thing is it's small, it's lightweight. I have one mounted to the barrel of my gun right now. This is one of my favorite ways to mount it. It's got this clamp that you can just clamp on here and tighten this Allen screw, and it's easy to use. And then, by the way, to stop recording, you just hold the button until it vibrates and it turns it off. Super simple, super easy to use. It's got an SD card in. It has Wi-Fi connectivity, so if you have a smartphone and you shoot a deer or a turkey or whatever, and you want to look at the footage right away, you can. It has Wi-Fi. You connect it to the app on your phone. There's an app, Tactacam Wi-Fi, and you turn on the Bluetooth here, and it connects, and you can actually use the app to control this as well. Like turn on record. You can see exactly what the camera is seeing through the app, and review or look at your footage that you just recorded as well. Super nice, easy to use. When Silas shot his buck in the youth season here in Ohio a couple weeks ago, we had one of these mounted to his scope with the FTS system, I believe they call it. It's a little bracket thing that goes over the back of your scope, and I don't have it with me right now, but it goes over your scope. It's got clear glass here, so you're still looking through it, your scope, just like normal. But then there's like a mirror in here, and then the camera mounts in this way. It's looking back, and then it looks into that mirror, and then the camera is seeing through your scope exactly what you're seeing, and you can record that way as well. So that's super nice, super cool. The only thing is, you have to make sure when you mount it that way that you connect it via Wi-Fi to your phone, and make sure your camera is tilted exactly the right way, or your crosshairs in your scope will look crooked. So make sure if you mount it that way, make sure you do the Wi-Fi connectivity and check that. There's also head mounts. There's a head mount where you can mount this to your head if you want to use it while you're walking, rapid hunting, deer drives, whatever. And then there's also other mounts you can get to mount them in your blind, use them like a GoPro if you want, whatever. There's lots of ways to mount it. This will even mount on top of a scope as well. So Barbara shot her buck this year using a crossbow, and she had this mounted. If you open this far enough, you can open that quite a ways, and this was mounted on top of her scope on the crossbow. There's also a crossbow rail mount to where it goes underneath your scope and mounts to the rail and then sits out on the side. So super nice, easy to use. To charge the battery, you just unlock this little slider here, turn this slightly. Right there's your plug to charge your battery. There's your SD card. Your battery comes out. Super nice. You can get a battery charger as well. And you can have spare batteries, but the cool thing is the battery life on these is actually pretty good. I have not tested to see exactly what it is, but it's like 4 to 5 hours is what I've heard of recording time. And it's not using any power at all when it's not turned on. So 4 to 5 hours is pretty good. We really like it, and I like to, like in gun season, really like to mount one to the barrel of my gun. That way, sometimes things happen real quick. I don't have time to get deer on video with the big camera. I can turn this on, and wherever I point my gun, it's recording in 4K, and I can at least have that video, even if it's not zoomed in, I can crop that video, zoom it in at least part ways, and have a decent video if I don't get it on the big camera. So, because sometimes you don't, especially in gun season. So, like I said in the beginning of the video, we're giving away one of these as a prize. We're doing a drawing, And every milestone we hit on YouTube, we're going to do a drawing. And the next one is going to be a Tactacam 5.0 going to one of you guys. Links in the description. Go sign up for with your name and email, and then make sure you subscribe to the channel, and you're entered to win. Now, if you stay subscribed to the email list and the YouTube channel, that means you'll also be entered for the next giveaway and the next one every time we do one. So you don't have to sign up every time. Okay? We'll probably do more in the future, but the next one will be at 1,000 subscribers, and they'll probably do another one at 2,500 subscribers, and then 5,000, 10,000, and then we'll probably go to 25, 50, and 100. So that's the plan. But if you look at the link in the description, it'll tell you exactly what the next giveaway is, at what subscriber level, and what the prize will be. So go check it out. Thanks for watching, and thanks for tuning in to Unlimited Whitetail Hunting.